Who does your theme song, by the way? That's a cool song.
My network made that. I have no idea where it's from or if it's just a random guitar riff they found. But
Oh, okay.
welcome back to Maniacal Music Musings, everybody. I'm your host, Jeremy, a static angel with a thunderlust that's always ready to throw fisticons. I got the look of a bad romance, but baby, I'm a turbo lover that is a shock to the system. Trust me, the most radical thing you could do is date me, so come over if you want to come. Get over here fast. I'm in a mood tonight. My co-host, though, bleeds the Tempest honey and has the Seraph gold shake that all the ladies want. He lives in the shadow of the satellites in the deep black sky among the children of the damned. His last lover called him a Judas and told him, I just died in your arms somewhere only we know. He has a he has a binary heartbeat, and at the slightest sign of trouble, he signals Protocol Omega. CJ motherfucking playing the music god himself.
I am alive and here, somewhat.
Yes, yeah, somewhat. Yeah, we're all somewhat alive. But welcome back, folks. It's gonna be a fun week this week, so I'm fucking looking forward to this one. But let me introduce our guest. Another returning guest. We've been having a few returns lately. I know it's a great thing. And this time, I put another call out to podcastguest.com, and he answered, and I was like, "Holy shit, this guy! Let's get this guy back on the fucking show."
I'm back.
Welcome back, everybody. Jaymes of
Hello.
Hot Apollo.
Ow.
I like that. That was perfect. That was fucking perfect, dude. Welcome back. I missed you.
It's good to be back. It's been a while.
It's
Too
been a
long,
couple-
some would say. They were
It's been
asking,
a-
"Where's James? It's been over 6 to 12 months, and James has not been back. Bring James back." That's what they're saying. You should listen sooner next time.
Why is this private? Actually, it's been a fucking while.
Yeah.
Apparently your
Don't
last
let it happen
episode-
again.
Apparently, I shall try. But apparently your last episode was apparently private on YouTube. I don't know why. But
Oh, weird.
I got.
I'm too hot for TV, I guess.
And they make everything fucking private. I don't know fucking why. But actually, he has not been on since May 2nd. Oh, his episode released May 2nd, 2023. That's the last time that James was on.
We're
So-
like 3 days away from the anniversary. 3 or 4 days.
I know, right? That's insane. But it's been 3 years, folks. It's hard to believe this podcast has been going for 4 years now. My God. Well, almost 4 years. But still.
That's
hard
a
to believe.
pretty huge achievement. That's like, I think it's put you in like the top like 10% of podcasts or something.
It is actually something like that, but there's so many fucking podcasts that number is still.
Sincerely, congratulations.
Thank you. That number is still dwindling with the amount of podcasts out there, but we try. We try our hardest. But well, James, what have things been like for you musically since we last saw you?
Depends how much detail you want to get in. Creatively awesome. Business wise, I don't know how much I should say here, but I got into the classic thing of signing up with the wrong people and getting royally screwed. And I'm still figuring that out. This has all happened in the last year. And if you look on Hot Apollo right now, 2 of our 3 albums are missing because the label guy I was with really made a mess of things, and the distributor took it down as a result because they didn't want to be liable for any further craziness. So I'm still working that out. Luckily, all Hot Apollo stuff is still up on SoundCloud, Bandcamp, YouTube, stuff like that. But if you want to hear album 1 and album 3, go there. The rest of it, album 2 and all the singles are still up there. So, it's not all bad. But if anyone knows like a lawyer or anyone with like legal expertise, let me know because I'm still trying to figure that out. Unfortunately, things are good. We're back in the studio right now, recording some singles I'm super hyped about. So those should be out probably early to midsummer, at least one of them. And creatively it's great. I feel like every like musician I've talked to past a certain level has some story like that. So I'm kind of I feel like I'm in the club now, you know, like achievement unlocked, get screwed over by a manager.
Well, I'll tell you what. Esham has most of his discography missing from Spotify right now, and I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. So I
All right,
think
yeah, you can relate.
I think a lot of musicians have the same problem.
It's going around.
See,
It's going
see,
around,
actually,
round and around.
I was gonna ask CJ about that. Like, do you know what's up with that? Like, why half of Esham's shit's off Spotify?
It could be. I know because I'm really good friends with the guitar player he has now. Um, what he did with Closed Casket, they're doing that with a few more of the albums. Um, like remastering them with the guitars and different things and new music. So it might be that, but I don't know honestly.
I mean, I was looking for Kill the Theist the other day on Spotify, and I'm like that and all his like old albums after everything from Booming Words from Hell to like
he's
fucking A1 Yola is gone.
he's he's a Christian now in that, so he may be just kind of
Trying to
getting
make
older and distancing himself from that whole thing now.
I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
thank God it's all on Spotify because that was his golden era. Like I'm pissed about that.
yeah,
Like
like
that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I haven't heard anything, and I haven't been told anything. I'd have to ask Ryan why it's not there or what's going on because I know Ryan handles a lot of stuff for him now.
I was like, is he going back to ICP? Are they turning him more Christian than he used to be? Like, what the fuck?
Insane
But
Christian posse.
yeah, well, I mean, technically they are, but you know, that's a whole nother subject. But well, Jaymes, what album did you want to bring us this time around, and why'd you want to bring this one?
Well, partially because it's the next one on the list after the one I did last time, and also related to what I said earlier because it is the one that's still on Spotify, so it's easiest to find right now. Uh, Tempest Rock by Hot Apollo, the follow-up to our debut LP, Invented Music.
Which I got my own comments on this, but I'm gonna let CJ go first because I want him to go first this week for other reasons.
I dig this record. When you said last week that about the sparkliest rock star, my immediate thought was, oh, he's going to have to compete with Jossie. And I looked up Jossie's picture, and then I saw your picture, and I was like, holy shit, they could practically be twins.
So you're gonna have to show me this person. I'm curious to hear their stuff too.
His name is Gyasi. He's from Memphis, and he doesn't have the blue hair, but I mean, as far as the rest of the looks and all of that,
oh damn, this dude seems super cool.
He's very much like you in the musical end. He's very much he's a sparkly glam rock dude. He's really good. And
oh damn, I'm checking it out.
I saw your picture and was like, holy shit, they kind of almost twins.
I gotta, I need put me in touch with this person. So like if they're ever touring around like my area, I'll 100% open up for them. This seems so cool. Yeah, I mean, just the person in touch after the show. I want to talk to this person.
Yeah. But anyways, I listened to the record. I dug it. It's a very cool mix of, there's a little bit of punk stuff and a lot of glam and, there's some Bowie and some Duran type stuff. And I mean, it's a cool mix of that old school, but a little bit of modern as well. So, having never heard it before, I would definitely say it's something I would listen to again. So glad to be introduced to it, because always looking for new fun stuff. I like music that doesn't take itself too seriously. It's cool sometimes to have music that's serious, but you still got to have that stuff too that doesn't take itself too seriously and just is fun. So this is definitely one of them records. But
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish I listened to what I said about your last record a little bit because I don't remember because it's been so freaking long. But I knew as soon as I saw you wanted to come back, you were on the list to come back on again. I was like, oh shit! I'm like I think I like this last music. I'm like, let me check out this new album. I go put it on. I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, this is like fucking Motley Crue meets Kiss and Dynamite. So
I actually don't know Dynamite. I was obsessed with Kiss when I was like 13, 14, and I was obsessed with Motley Crue when I was like 15, 16. I don't know Dynamite, though. I'm going to have to check them out, too.
Kiss and Dynamite, they're a German band.
Yeah, Kiss and Dynamite. They're a German band that started in the late 2010s, and they're basically trying to bring back arena rock.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. I like that goal. Yeah, they look cool too. Okay, you guys have given me some homework to do.
Kiss and Dynamite.
They write songs with big, massive arena rock anthems. Like "My religion is rock and roll."
Yeah.
So it's big chanting type songs.
I mean, you would probably like their song off the first album, "Let's Get Freaky." Freaky.
Thank you.
I love Kiss and Dynamite. They're one of my new obsessions over the last year and a half. So
they're a great band.
Your album though, freaking incredible. I couldn't get enough of Tempest Rock. Literally blew me away. Even when I was listening to previews of it last week when I was trying to figure out my album, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be good. And then I listened to the full album first thing this morning, and I was like, I could dig the fuck out of this album. There are so many songs I love in this album. So, dude, if you are ever touring in the Massachusetts area, I would so freaking love to see you live.
Send me some venues you think I should check out, and I will look into that.
Palladium, the Palladium in Worcester, Massachusetts. Everybody can go there. Freaking rappers that nobody ever heard of have freaking had shows there and gotten a full house. So,
dig.
I mean, it's one of ICP's hot spots in this area. So, I mean, and rock bands tear the roof off that place too. So, you could definitely get in there, and you would probably they probably would line up a shitload of bands to go with you too. It's a fun fucking place to be. It's a small it's a small venue. It ain't no freaking stadium, but it's a small venue, but it's cool. You get to be close to the artist, and you get to freaking be able to hear everything crystal fucking clear. So
yeah, the size of the building doesn't matter. It's the energy of the crowd. It's the energy. It's the vibes you bring to it. That's the size that matters.
See, I wish my wife said that sometimes the size doesn't matter. It's the energy you bring to it. But
that's how I roll.
I'm kidding. I'm like a fucking horse. But I love this album, dude. This album blew me away. I got a top 5, no fucking problem. And I finally followed you on Spotify. I don't know why I didn't do it last time. I think I just wasn't following people on. Last time I didn't have any people I really followed on Spotify. I've been growing that list substantially, so I'm following you. Anything new you guys come out with, I will always check out. Hot Apollo is a fucking amazing band. I will say it here first and foremost. Anybody who listens to this show needs to check them out. You're basically in my mind, you're doing the same thing Kiss and Dynamite's doing. You're trying to bring that classic 80s hair metal back into things.
A little bit, yeah.
The world needs
kind of put our own splice on it, but yeah, the world needs more fun, and music needs grandeur,
Exactly.
And those are two elements we're trying to inject big time right into the veins.
You see all these rappers that are trying to take themselves too seriously, trying to create multi-million-dollar enterprises. You see all these rock bands nowadays. Everything is gloom and doom with them. There's nothing just fun about them, and they may do one song that's fun, but the rest of them are all gloom and doom. So you need the fun rock, and that's
the world's
why
ready for more fun.
I personally, listening to this, I kept thinking this reminds me a lot of T-Rex and Slade. It is two of the bands that I was the voice isn't as big as Naughty because nobody's voice is as big as Naughty's.
One
because
of my top three Christmas songs by Slade. I love T-Rex, and Slade has like some hits I truly adore.
yeah, like
Good
nobody's
pulls.
voice is as big as Naughty. Naughty was just a force of nature.
Legend.
But musically, spirit wise, it has a lot of the guitar and rhythm spirit that Slade had. That fun playfulness, and T-Rex. It's got that kind of swagger that like what Mark Bolan had.
I mean,
So
isn't T-Rex the band that did Bang a Gong, Get It On?
yep.
That's them, yeah.
Fuck
That was
yeah,
like their
man.
biggest. They were like huge in England, but that was like
I
their
love
like
that.
really only big American hit. That in
I
20th
love
Century
that.
Boy.
I love that fucking song.
Yeah.
But
But
Mark was if you listen to T-Rex beyond that, Mark had swagger, man. I mean, that was Mark's thing. Like he wasn't the most technically proficient player, but he had swagger. Like
He had aura big time. He also he did a lot of kind of like punkish stuff. Like in
yeah.
his later years, there's this one song called "Tame My Tiger," which like the opening bass line sounds exactly like it sounds like Offspring, like 20 years before Offspring. Like I'm not even joking. I'm like, whoa, this is so weird to hear from like 1977.
yeah, I mean it's
yeah.
T-Rex is awesome. But I gotta ask though, Jamie, if you had to pick 5 songs off of your own album, what would they be?
I got to give one to Tempest Honey because that's the first Hot Apollo song ever written. So it always has a special place in my heart because of that. That's kind of why, like, whenever anyone asks what our genre is and I don't care about like being understood, I'll say our genre is Tempest Rock, because we're loud like thunder, shiny like lightning, and it was kind of like partially inspired by the fact that the first song we ever written was called Tempest Honey. Um, Come Over is a very fun song. I wrote it with a friend named Sean Salazzo, who has his own punk band called The Bank Heist. Also, I recommend checking them out. They're doing killer right now. And I remember writing it. It's kind of most of it's like a gentle song, kind of like a bit subtler than usual stuff, like kind of romantic, kind of like more hikey mystical than some of our stuff. But then just for fun, because just in the room at the time, we were like, what if the second verse was ska for no reason? So the second verse of that song is just like ska. And it kind of makes me want to do like a full ska song sometime, but I need to get like a trumpet player in the room first so that we can do that. Seraph Gold Shake is a cool one because it was okay. It was actually started as a poem I wrote, which like some of my songs do, but we didn't do anything musically with it for like at least a year or two, even though I wanted to. Because I just like the guitarist I was working with, we just like couldn't figure out the right like musical tone for it. There wasn't anything that really clicked with the words. And then I was like a year or two later, I was invited to a Halloween party, and sometimes I get distracted when I'm about to like go and do a thing, and I'll like just get caught up in something. I'll be late. This time though, I feel very good about being late to the party because I just sat down on the piano at the piano on my way out the door, and it's just like kind of like banging keys as I do sometimes, and I got the chorus for Seraph Gold Shake just like out of nothing, and I showed it to the band, and we're like, okay, yeah, this works, and it's been one of my favorites to do ever since. Okay, I guess I'll tell the story behind Blazing Blue. That is one. I was dating this guy a few years ago. We met like probably a little while before the holidays, and things seemed to be going really well. And then he went away out of town to spend Christmas with his family, and he was gonna be back in time for New Year's Eve, and we had a show like on New Year's Eve. So I was gonna debut the song I written for him there, and he was gonna be there. And then on that show, he just kind of decided like he wasn't feeling well enough, so he didn't come. But we were gonna spend New Year's Eve together, and I was gonna show it to him then. And then he just disappeared for like at least a month before I heard from him again. And things got weird, and the things didn't last because it was I don't know what his problem was, but it didn't work out. Anyway, so I always thought, I remember I wrote the song for him because his name was Blue. And I thought it'd be funny. Like, I thought it was kind of funny that, like, a lot of people probably wouldn't know I wrote for him because, like, he wasn't particularly blue. He actually had green hair at the time, and I people associate blue with me. So I felt like people were gonna maybe wonder if I wrote the song about myself. Um, and since he's been out of the picture for several years, I feel like I'm okay with that interpretation now. Because as bad as that relationship was, this song rocks. It's a ton of fun. It honestly, to me, it kind of has the vibe of like if a Sonic the Hedgehog game was a song. It's just like fun and like fast and a bit of whimsical. And so yeah, it's I never get tired of listening to that. Um, and I think I'll end with Perfect Storm because it feels like it kind of to me is a bit of a bookend for this whole album. I start with a song about a storm, uh, metaphor for romance and end with the same, and both much slightly different views. And even I got my friend to paint the cover for the single release of it, A Perfect Storm, and I love what he did with it. And it's kind of has similar tones to the main album cover, but from a different angle, different mood, different time of night. And it's got some synths that we don't usually do in a ton of our songs. I kind of want to do more, honestly. We don't have like a dedicated synth player, but sometimes it fits, And yeah, I feel it's got this great kind of warm like embrace to it, that just like when you're kind of in the middle of the night, it's like 3 in the morning, and like you're not sure, you can't remember all the night that just passed, and you're not sure what's gonna happen tomorrow, but you're just like fully in this one moment. And it's just got that kind of vibe to me when I listen to it. So that's one of my favorite ones too.
Eh, well, you need a couple of mine, but I'm happy you didn't name a couple others either because I want to do them. But
Yeah.
we'll save that last because I want to hear what CJ picked for this album.
I had four main songs that kind of stood out above the other ones. All of them were good, but these four I think really, a little bit above the rest. First one is "Live My Love," then "Thunderlust,"
Motherfucker.
then "Give Me Magic." But the one that really it just something about this song that I really loved is the song "Oh You Said Yeah." I love the swagger of that song. It just had a different vibe to it, man, and it just was one of them songs. Like if I was going to a rock and roll show, that's the kind of song I would want to hear.
That's
Like,
awesome. I Writing that song was a ton of fun. I remember being in the room. Actually, I wrote that song with Sean Salazzo too. Uh, Again, shout out to his band, The Heist. And we were just like having fun. And the verse of that song was inspired by I was watching one of my music videos for the first time, like the what became the final cut, and I was kind of evaluating it. And I'm like, man, I look so hot in this video. I don't not have like a flock of stalkers. And then the chorus, I hadn't like worked at the chorus yet, but I was like riffing on it with Sean, who was singing guitar with me at the time, and I just started singing "Oh, You Said Yeah" over the riff he had to the chorus, and I'm like, is that too silly to be a chorus? I'm like, no, that if it's a question, then we have to do it. Just I gotta lean into it. So that was a ton of fun to write too. And I'm glad it hit you in the right way.
yeah.
Well, shit. Okay. Two of mine haven't got mentioned yet, and I fucking love that. So fuck yeah. But my number 5 was Serapha Gold Shake
Yeah,
because I feel like that could be pronounced 5,000 different ways, and that makes it a fun song.
yeah.
Um, my number 4, which nobody mentioned yet, was Tempest Honey.
I
I
mentioned
fucking
that. That was the first song we ever
oh
wrote. I mentioned that, but it's a good pick.
you did. That's not the
Yeah.
oh no Serapha Gold Shake no mentioned in the top of my like, but my number 3 was Come Over because I love a good dirty rock song, and that filled my lust with all the desire I need. If you want to come, get over here fast. I can't tell you how many girls I said that to in my life. I can't tell you how many girls, but and it sounds like a B-52 song, and that's what I love about it.
Really, I've heard occasionally people compare it to B-52s. Not, I didn't think about that song though. I'm used to like
I,
B-52s being like more
I
like I love B-52s. They're like dancing and stuff. I guess the weirdness of putting in the ska section in the middle. I guess that's something
I
they would do though.
I mean, I hear "Come Over," and the whole time I kept hearing like fucking Love Shack, like that whole like dun 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 dun
Love
dun
that
dun dun
song.
dun, dun. Like I kept
Love
hearing that.
Shack Baby. Yeah,
I kept
I
hearing
That's
that the
love
whole
rock
time.
lobster,
Fred
though. I
Schneider,
love
absolute legend.
What are you saying, CJ?
what you were just humming is rock lobster, not love shack.
Oh, all right. Maybe I was thinking of Rock Lobster. I don't fucking.
Yeah,
But this is
that's
first
the
thing.
fun song by them. I love that song.
I mean, it's definitely the funner song compared to Love Shack. But yeah,
Oh, I feel like Love Shack is more fun, but that's just me. But I'm actually
it's.
like I listened to like all their stuff this year. And I'm like, oh
I
man, I
mean,
love so much of this.
Love Shack is so overplayed to me. So overplayed.
You know, okay,
But
you know what I don't like though? They did this song for the old live action B-52s movie because they're in for like 30 seconds where they're playing the BC-52s, like basically the Flintstones version of themselves. And they do this song called The Bedrock Twitch. And I want it to be a real song that I can listen to, but there's no like full version of it. It's just like those 30 seconds. And it's so good. And it deserves to be its entire song. I feel like if that movie came out now, there'd be a
well,
whole soundtrack album.
there.
You have to buy the whole album to get to that song. But no, at the
Well,
time, no.
there's an idea for you. Make a whole song out of it and cover it.
That's a good idea. Let's collaborate. B52s, if you're listening, let's do a collab. I'm so
Well,
hyped for
I
this
mean,
actually.
and I'm saying my boy CJ here is an artist, so maybe collab with him on it. It'd be fun.
Okay, yes, CJ, you in? Bedrock Twitch featuring CJ and Hog
I love
Hollow.
B-52s, man.
Okay, let's do it.
I
Message
don't
me after the
know
show.
what the song you're talking about, but I could
I'll send it to
definitely
you.
look it up.
I'll send it to you.
But my number two, nobody mentioned my number two, and it's on the fucking cover of the album, and I'm like, nobody mentioned it. What the fuck? My number two is Fistigons.
Yeah.
I mean,
cool song.
I thought it was gonna be a song about fisting, but it wasn't.
That's
But
one of my that's actually the music video that music video for that song is the music video I'm absolutely proudest of because it's based on it's kind of inspired the song was inspired by a comic book I love called Runaways and
I fucking
the
love
director
Runaways.
yes okay so the director did you get that like from the song
No, but
okay
now you say it, I kind of can see the
because yeah,
like,
Fist Gauntlets are what Chase's Gauntlets are called, and so the director of the music video was recommended to me by a friend, and after we already agreed to work together, I found out the director was also a big fan of the comic, so knew exactly what to do for the video, and it came across like so perfect, and it's such a fun song.
that should
Check
have
out the
been
music video if you haven't, because the music video is like brilliant.
I honestly haven't looked up on YouTube. I really got to do that, but I'm gonna do that at work tomorrow. But I feel like Fistigons. Now that you say that, it should have been in the Runaway TV series they did in Hulu for 2 seasons.
Yeah, I think it ended by the time we like
It
recorded
did.
that song.
It did, but you know,
Yeah.
if we go
If they
back,
bring it back, like
exactly.
watch like Nika Minoru pop up in like the next season of the Wiccan show, you know? That'd be cool.
They
More
should.
like because they're doing the whole Young Avengers magic thing, which is cool. And the other, by the way, just so you know, the other if you're into comic books and that stuff, the other comic book inspired song on the album is Thunderlust, which is inspired by the one
Thor?
Flames rival comic book series DC put out a few years ago.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Thor, but okay. He is hot, but
I can explain what Thunderlust is if you want to, because it's a whole thing. But
well, I'm sure Natalie Portman has some Thunderlust, but
well, they broke up. Unless you saw Love and Thunder.
I know, but then
they
she
were
stole
not
the
right for each other.
Then she steals the thunder and becomes Thor. So fuck.
That's true. Yeah.
But my number. See, CJ's not in the Marvel like I am, but
yeah. Sorry, when we get on like nerdy stuff, I ramble even more.
Trust me, I could talk. I could do a whole podcast on Marvel and never run out.
If you do, invite me.
If I do someday, I shall. But wait till my kids are older, and then I'll be branching onto a lot more fucking podcasts.
Oh hell yeah!
But and that's funny you say that because my number one song was Thunderlust. Like that song is so fucking magical and like addicting. Like
the music video for that is also pretty cool. However, it was really annoying to shoot because I was invited to shoot the music video on, like, this guy said, "Hey, I want to do a video for you. I'm going to do it for no money. And, like I didn't have to pay him or anything. He just like wanted to do it for the love of the game." And he invited me out in like March or like April, like early April, to like the top of a mountain. And I was like basically wearing nothing above the waist but a cape. And I was so cold. I'd like changed like a winter jacket whenever the camera wasn't rolling. I feel like I do a good job of acting not that cold on camera, but it was so uncomfortable. I was like out there for hours and it started to get dark. I'm like, I'm shivering so hard. But it was
I,
worth it.
I,
We got
I
the shots.
trust me. The way I feel with temperatures nowadays, that would have fucking killed me probably.
Yeah,
But
it was bad.
Thunderlust is a fun fucking song. I fucking dug the shit out of it. Ah, I mean, it's better than fucking AC/DC's Thunderstruck in my opinion. But
High praise.
it
That's one of my favorite AC/DC songs.
it's one of my favorite too. But I also don't like AC/DC at all really
Oh,
anymore because
really?
they they've been so overplayed in my fucking life that I can't listen to them anymore.
I think the only song that really comes close to that for me, because I don't really get tired of things, but I feel like when I was like a little kid, I just heard "You Shook Me All Night Long" so much because I don't know where I heard it. It's probably in some movie I watched too much or something. But like I heard it so much, and it's kind of a little like cloying sometimes almost. Because again, it's like a radio friendly
Yeah.
hit, but like
See,
it's just like everything else that I can listen to like endlessly.
that song actually has been overplayed. That's a song they really haven't used it too much, at least.
Well, they
But
haven't, but like I feel like in commercials and stuff, and just like it's
it really hasn't. Like
really.
compared to Black and Black and Thunderstruck and Hell's Bells and all those songs, like it has been overplayed. Like it's not
Black in
movies.
Black, I think I listened to like so much because when I was first taking drum lessons when I was like 13, 14, my drum teacher like made me learn that song and I listened to it so much. Um,
Yeah,
but honestly, I
I
still, and I took a break and then I could listen to it again.
I was a goth in high school, so that song was like a theme for me in high school. But fucking I yeah, I mean I don't know. You shook me all night long. I keep telling my wife like that's our honeymoon. That was our honeymoon theme song. But
Oh, okay, that's cute. I don't dislike the song. It's just like it's like a little softer, and AC/DC aren't like really a soft band. And again, I feel like it was like in like so many movies and commercials and
I
stuff.
and plus my neighbor used to like he doesn't like my dog barking, so
Hmm.
he blasts music all summer long when my dog's outside all day, and like he'll blast AC/DC all fucking day, and it's like enough. If I hear Thunderstruck one more fucking time, I'm gonna go over there and fucking hit you in the head with a hatchet. Like Jesus Christ, but like that's how bad it gets. Like it's just like oh my god, I go hear Thunderstruck so many times before I get sick of it. But yeah, it's my personal problems. But
Fair.
folks, it's time. I have been waiting for this moment for 2 fucking weeks now. It's time to talk about the album that CJ wanted to bring.
I am bringing, debuting, so to speak, released April 20th. It is my first solo record. It's called Neon Exodus. It is a synthwave, alt rock concept record. Earth burning out, escaping the burning Earth to a new planet. Story of survival, love story. You know, if you're into sci-fi, it'll be that kind of a record. But mostly, I had two goals with this. One, I've always wanted to do a concept record, but concept records have been beaten to death within like the progressive rock and metal genre. So I didn't want to do the typical progressive rock. And two, as it's been well discussed on the show, one of my absolute musical idols is Clayton of Cell Dweller and Scandroid and Circle of Dust and so many other amazing projects. And I wanted to do a record that somebody would listen to and be like, hey, you're a fan of Clayton. And this is that record. It's a celebration of my love of synthwave and big books and fancy words and stuff like that. So yeah, it's Neon Exodus is the record, available everywhere.
Which, folks, if you missed our bracket this past Saturday, which by the time this releases will be way past, but CJ got a lot of praise before he went on air this last Saturday for his record from people that know him.
I appreciate
And
it.
I was hoping he'd make it because so many people said like we want to like tell CJ what we think of his record, and I'm like, in a good way or bad way. Because I wanted to make sure first, but I was like, it can't be in a bad way. I've heard his record and it's fucking nothing but. I'll get to my thoughts in a minute.
Yeah.
But
It is what it is, man. I mean,
I'll get to no. I got literally nothing bad to say about it. But let's get to what I want to hear. What Jaymes thought of CJ's record, since two artists comparing each other's records is our fucking first time on this show.
So the first thing I noticed was that, yeah, like it was a concept album, and I feel like I don't see like a ton of those around. So that drew me in from the jump. And I'm not like, there's not like a ton of like synthwave stuff I like not a ton of synthwave artists I follow, but I do like go to. I have a lot of friends in the grave scene, so I grew to a lot of it. So it was like pretty like easy for me to get into. Um, I did have some like uh, notes I made on some of the songs. I think my favorite song. Are we doing top fives yet?
No,
no.
that's in a
Okay,
few
that's
minutes.
nice. Okay, but I do think
thoughts.
there was
Better ugly.
yeah there was like a pretty definitive like narrative through line throughout it. But the music was also like on point too. It wasn't like resting like too heavily on the on the story. Like there's a good balance between like story and music and just like overall vibes. And you nailed that the kind of like sci-fi future like like dystopian tinged
Yeah.
world super well. And the cover really sold it too. Also got my two favorite colors, the bisexual lighting in there. Love it.
Let's see, folks. I've listened to Neon Exodus twice in full now, and I've heard, and it's come up in my Spotify like list multiple times now with random songs. And I fucking love this album. I told CD that last week. I fucking love this album. It blows me away. I'm a huge fan of good synthwave music. 80s synthwave is fucking my favorite shit. And any symphonic metal groups nowadays that use it. I was a huge fan of Celdor when CJ first introduced me to them. I haven't really got into them since, but that first album he brought fucking blew me away. So I knew what to expect with this album, but the storyline blew me away. The lyrics and the freaking music blew me the hell away. It's to me, it almost some songs sound almost like Korn and Skrillex together. Other songs, I don't even know who to. I mean, other songs remind me of Lord of the Lost to some degree, and other songs like each song has its own like artist you can compare it to. That's the great thing about it. It's not just one sound the whole album. Like it blows you the fuck away. And CJ might hate this part, but there's even some like Sleep Token in there I hear, which I know CJ's not a Sleep Token fan, but
It's
I can hear because Sleep Token has that R&B with like the metal and the screaming like mixed in, and you can hear the R&B in some of your songs, so it kind of sounds like Sleep Token in some parts.
yeah. I mean, I wanted the record to be heavy, but I also wanted it to have, how do I put this? I wanted it to have a fluency through it so that you could tell from song 1 through song 8 there was a commonality, but there was also, I wanted to make sure that on like Static Angel, or not Static Angel, on a song after Static Angel, where it goes from being more, heavy to being like
In the Shadow of Satellites?
No, the one after that. The one that's real bouncy. I can't even think right now. Hold on. Let me bring the damn thing up.
I was gonna say I'm about to bring it up and look at it. There we go. Oh, Velocity and Velvet.
Yeah. Where it's got that, that bouncy sort of retro wave style as opposed to the more synth wave. And then, like on Binary Heartbeat, I added the saxophone solo, which was sort of a nod to both Bob Seger and Jim Steinman, the stuff that they wrote, the more theatrical stuff, like the Meatloaf stuff and whatnot. So a lot of thought went into the story, more so than the music. A lot of thought went into the story so that the lyrics were cohesive and told a story throughout from point A to point Z, and that it made sense, and it wasn't disjointed. So, it a lot of brain cells went into this lyrically and story wise to make it what it is.
And just so you know, CJ, I'm gonna be writing a letter to Chancy because I've been meaning to write a letter to him for 2 fucking years now, and I haven't had a chance. But I'm gonna mention him that you put out this album in the fucking letter, so he fucking, if he has a way to listen to it where he is, he can.
Here's the cool thing I found out: there is a online store for prisoners that have they can get tablets or whatever, or things to listen to music on. And there is an online store that they can purchase music on, like downloads. And my record is actually on there. So if you're in prison, you can actually listen to my record, which was kind of a cool revelation. I had no idea that.
Which I think every prisoner on Earth would like to listen to an album about escaping Earth. So,
right? I mean, makes sense.
I mean, it does.
I had a lot of days where I'd like to escape Earth.
Same. This Tuesday coming up is when I'd like to escape Earth, but damn sure. But I mean, this album blew me away. I got more to say during my top 5, but this album blew me the fuck away. I kept it to a top 5 because I could honestly rank the whole fucking album. But I'm hoping they do that in Yamaha so I can go there to do that there. But we'll see. But my hats are off to CJ for doing this. I mean, I know AI was involved, of course, but still, that in this day and age, it doesn't mean shit. Like
minimally,
most artists are using AI minimally at some point these days. So, this album blew me away. I love a good concept record, and this one is a fucking better than most concept records I've heard. I mean, this is comparable almost to fucking like Avantasia concept records, which is saying something. Because those concept records are fucking.
I won't go that far.
I mean, it's more cohesive than the Metal Opera 2 album fucking concept record is. So they fucking jump on that shit so much between like songs. Like where's the fuck in the middle part between these songs that happen? Like I need more story. Like what the fuck? But it's I've been blasting it everywhere. Like people need to hear this fucking album. It's what music needs nowadays, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's a trip. It's got intent.
It is intense. Like I actually got my coworker at work asked me today. He's like, dude, turn down your music listening to it. It just sounds like white noise coming through your headphones over here. And I'm like, sorry. I was like, sorry, my co-host album fucking rocks. What do you want me to do? But I listen to fucking albums like this on fucking full volume because it's just like you want to hear every noise of that synth. Like you want to hear every fucking noise. But DJ, if you had to pick 5 tracks off your own album, what would they be?
Number 5 is Hyperspace Haze. I love that song.
It's a good song.
Number 4 is Deep Black Sky. Like I said, it has the saxophone solo in it, which surprises everybody.
That saxophone solo is Binary Heartbeat, not Deep Black Sky.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm getting ahead of myself. Deep Black Sky is sort of part two of Hyperspace Haze. A little bit more mellow, but more melodic. Then Binary Heartbeat is my number three. You know, it was the second song that was written. Um, Even though this has a very cohesive story, I didn't actually write the songs in the order of the story for some reason. Um, but Binary Heartbeat, I added the saxophone solo. It throws a lot of people off because they were like, "Where the hell did that come from?" And I just tell them Jim Steinman, is songwriting wise my biggest inspiration. Um, I may look like the metalhead guy, but um, take me to any karaoke bar, and I guarantee you, I'm gonna torture the hell out of "Making Love Out of Nothing at All" by Air Supply. Um, it's just one of the greatest songs ever. So, number two is Protocol Omega because I just like the vibe of it, how it goes from the intro
Yep.
to Protocol Omega. But my favorite is In the Shadow of Satellites. It was the first song written. It kind of inspired the rest of everything because I wrote this first song with no expectations of doing a record. I was just wanted to do a single. And once it was finished, I had this idea for the concept record, and I thought, space and satellites and synthwave and like you said, the Skrillex meets Corn type of thing. Maybe we can do a whole record with this. And I slowly plucked away at it, and that's what came of that. So, in the shadow of that, the lyric video is on YouTube. And I think it's probably the most commercial song of them as far as, like a radio or whatever it'd be. Like, it has that sort of
I don't know about that.
type of vibe. The Smash Into Pieces, Black Lake District type of style. So that would be my number one.
I don't think that's the most marketable single, but I'll get into that in a minute. Jaymes.
Hold on.
Yo.
I lost. Be right back.
All right. Oh, shit. Well, I don't want you to give your top five without him being here because that'd be a shame to the man who wrote the record. But
yeah,
folks, I can't get over how good CJ did in this fucking album. Like, I've been hearing about this album for 6 months, and it blew me the fuck away when I finally heard it. Like, I've been hearing about this album forever, and to finally be able to hear it in full as of last week, and to fucking hear CJ's fucking heart pour into this shit, like, holy fuck. Like, I'm not one to just fucking give people praise for no reason, and this album is just fucking. It's honestly, it could be one of my top albums for the year. I'm fine with that.
Dude, like it's straight into space. Amazing job. Just like had vision, executed on it flawlessly.
I mean, I wish he was a real band because I would love to see this live.
Yeah, that'd be a vibe.
I mean, because he didn't say it, but oh, there he is. I was gonna say because CJ didn't say it, but like, what? You still get? All right, still problems. Fuck. Well, CJ didn't say it, but he this is not his voice singing at all, of course. He hummed into AI basically what he wanted the song to sound like, and AI produced the voice and the melody of it all. So, I mean, it's 100% his creation, but AI just gave him what he couldn't provide. And I love that part because I kind of want to fuck around with AI too now and see if I can put my own albums. Because I got fucking poetry I've written. But to see it come out in actual like a rock or a rap album is something I never even imagined possible. And I would love to see that happen now. So, fuck. You may be having both your musers coming out with albums eventually. I gotta fucking get with CJ and learn how he did this because I would love to put out at least a rap. I would love to put out a rap album of the shit I've fucking done. Like, it'd be fucking incredible. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, the sound cut out on the other one. There's
Well,
a glitch. There's a glitch in my studio speakers. I don't know what the fuck it is. I
oh,
gotta
good.
figure it out.
I would explain to the audience kind of how you did the album, like with the humming and all that.
Yeah,
So,
so I made a voice model because I can sing, but not well. um, so I made a voice model of my voice, and then we tinkered with it. Um, and I programmed every bit of the drums in Logic Pro, and we built off of the drum tracks. Um, a lot of the vocal melodies, I hummed them, and it built around that. And you know, AI was involved to an extent, but it goes with sort of the concept of the record, half man, half machine. It is sort of the story itself is the machine or the you know telling the story of the last human. So it was kind of done that way intentionally. I do have another record that we're working on. It's not an AI record. It's going to be a full ska punk record. We're putting a band together, and it's going to be recorded, the traditional way with no AI involved. So this was kind of an experiment just to see, one, what could be done and whatnot. But yeah, I I fully understand not everybody likes it and agrees with it, and that's perfectly fine. I'm open minded
oh,
enough to whatnot. Uh, but I'll finish my thoughts with this. When it comes to AI music, for those of you who are bound and determined that AI music is going to destroy the music industry, I promise you, AI is only as smart as the person using it, and two, it will never stop you from picking up your guitar or piano or any other traditional instrument and doing it the old-fashioned way.
exactly.
So if you don't like it, I get it. That's cool. Don't use it. It's like porn. If you don't like porn, don't watch it. Um,
Ah,
I'm just saying it's you
I,
know.
I, I fucking love porn, so fuck everybody who doesn't like porn.
Well,
But
my glasses are fucking glaring.
I love porn. The porn parodies I've seen in my lifetime. Woo! But and CJ, if you could fix your other audio, it'd be great because your audio sucks on this. But
All right, let me plug this in.
all right,
I like it. It kind of feels like he's speaking to you outside in the rain, but you're inside and dry. So it's like it's kind of like the distance kind of blurry, but like I still
well,
understand what he's saying.
I
I like it. It's got a cool vibe. It's yeah. It's
it
musical in itself.
it
The
does
the audio quality
it
of
does
this recording.
it does, but I'm not wet, so I don't want to be dry. But okay. Well, before I get my top 5 on this album, I will say you have a motherfucking rapper named Excursion living in your house, and you don't fucking get him to drop a few fucking verses on any of these songs. What the fuck?
Okay, is this better?
Slightly.
Wait a minute. I gotta fix the setting. I forgot.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
No.
There we go.
All right. Yes. So no, he is not on this record. We are actually working on a whole separate thing. I'm from Jackson, Michigan. He's from Akron, Ohio. So we are working on a hip hop record. It's called the Jackron Experience. Yes, we're going to be doing ska punk. We're going to be doing hip hop. I'm working with a reggae artist on a reggae record. I'm kind of like Prego when it comes to music. It's all in there. So
I mean, but I'm just saying, some of these songs would have been dope as fuck if Excursion dropped in the middle of them and dropped a fucking verse.
He wasn't here when I recorded.
Oh. Right.
But two, yeah,
I mean, Static Angel alone, if he dropped a verse in the middle of Static Angel, it would have been fucking fire.
Hey, and true essence of what Clayton does. I'm not saying there won't be a remix album or different versions that may have just pure human.
Oh,
I may go in and just traditionally just sing it, good, bad, or indifferent, vocally, and add him to it and different.
I mean, I'm just saying, like that was my first thought when I heard the album. Was like, I'm like, really? I expected at least one verse from fucking Excursion in this shit.
No.
But if he's in
Not
your
really
fucking
his
house,
style of music. He's not.
I know, but if he's in your house, you could drop one verse, like for fuck's sake. But my number 5 was Protocol Mega. It's a fucking amazing way to open the album after the intro track. Like after you get the story set, like it's a fucking amazing way to open the album. My number 4 was Binary Heartbeat. I love the fucking Michael Bolton sax at the beginning and throughout the song, and it reminds me of a Buck Cherry song in a way. So I fucking love that song.
Okay.
My number 3 is In the Shadow of Satellites. That song is fucking like when that chorus drops, like in the shadow of satellites, like fucking like oh, fucking if I wasn't hard already, I'm hard now. Fuck. And my number 2 was Static Angel. I love the fucking I know your pain scream, like in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like I fucking love that line. Like I love that song. Like it's fucking perfect. I mean, honestly, that could be my if I wasn't already married, that'd be my wedding song. But maybe if I get my vows renewed someday, I'll have CJ fucking perform it. But my number 1 has to be Deep Black Sky. It's just, I mean, like I said, I could rank this whole fucking album, and I really hope I get to do that someday on another show. But I wasn't gonna try to do that tonight, so I picked my top 5. It was hard as fuck to do because it was such a good album, but I fucking love this album. Twice now I've listened to it in full. I will continue to listen to it for fucking a long time. Yeah, like it's. I honestly have to get my wife to sit down and listen to it. I'm gonna have to try at some point because it's just such a fucking amazing album. But, well, folks, we've been going almost an hour now, so.
So I'm interested. I didn't hear James's top 5 if he had one or.
Oh, yes, I did. So,
he did before you left.
I'll run it quick. I get my summary, but my quick. So interestingly, I think I only had one in common with you of my top 5, which I think speaks to the breadth of the album.
Did I skip? Oh shit! Did I? My bad.
I feel like In the Shadow of Satellites gave the best vibe for me of kind of like a post-nuclear world. You know, it really gave that environmental storytelling kind of thing. Right. You know, it really just hit me the way like the sounds are crafted, just really like brought me to a place. You know, the place in your mind that he brought out to musical reality. So that was really cool. Velocity and Velvet really hit me hard. It's got this like kind of 80s feeling. I really love it. I can't get enough of it. So that was super easy to listen to me.
That was a bouncy one that sort of I was trying to do sort of a New Order, Tears for Fears type.
Yes. Yeah. So that's and I love that stuff. So it's probably my favorite song on the album if I have to pick one. Binary Heartbeat, I feel like both of you talked about that a bit. To me, it kind of gave me a Eurythmics kind of feel, and I love Eurythmics, so like I was like a total mark for that song. Hyperspace Haze, kind of, it felt like a romantic road trip to me, and that is I'm a big fan of romance. I like road trips in theory more than in practice, but from like a narrative lens, it's a really good place to be. So that like got lodged in my head because of that reason. And Arrival at Alternium felt like a great like climax to the album. It has this like triumphant quality that is just impossible to like ignore. And it like the way even the place you put it on the album like was unimpeachable.
Yeah, I had to add that outro, like, because it felt like it was missing something at the end.
Yeah,
And
but like musically,
you know,
for me at least, it peaks with Hyperspace Haze, and that's where it should be.
yeah, like,
For
you know,
sure,
movie always has
a
that
rival.
song at the end on the titles.
Yeah,
And I was watching Game of Thrones at the time, and I thought, I need like this Game of Thrones type of thing. So, I kind of nicked a small part of the Game of Thrones theme and built around it into more like a, composed. My friend Kyle actually helped me write that one. He's a composer. He
we love
created.
Kyle.
His name is Kyle Morrison. He created his own genre called piano metal, and
Love it. I want to hear some of his stuff. Send me some of his stuff.
Kyle Morrison. Just look it
Kyle
up.
Morrison.
Just look up piano metal. He has his own entire genre of piano metal. You can't miss him. Hair down to here. Anyways, Kyle helped me compose that one because as much as I can write a rock song, I don't know shit all about composing. So that was, Kyle gets a lot of credit for that one, even though he didn't take the credit. He refused to have his name on it, but
that can be good or bad.
No, it's because Kyle is signed to Sony Records, and he can only do certain things within his Sony contract.
You don't fuck with Sony. You don't fuck with Sony.
Yeah, so he didn't want to jeopardize like his Sony shit.
No. Actually, you know what?
Contract, but
you know what? Fuck Sony. They just announced this last week that they're bringing all the Rugrats games from like the old school 90s, 2000s video games, and they're only releasing them on PlayStation 5, and that's it. They're not releasing them on Xbox, and I am fucking pissed because I want to play Search for Reptar so fucking bad.
Nice.
Yeah. I am so fucking pissed. Like, we actually have a PS5, but it's not hooked up because it belonged. It was given to my daughter by a piece of fucking shit, and we need to reset it before we can use it because he probably is recording shit if we use it. But like I want to play those games so bad. Those were my games back in the day, the fucking Rugrats games. Like, even when I was a fucking teenager, I still played those games. They're fucking fun as shit. But all right, folks, we've been going for an hour. It's time to get into the last album of the night. See, this is my album. I don't have my own album to bring, so I was the lone man out in this fucking episode. And I had to pick something. I'm like, you know what? If I can't bring my own fucking album, I'm going to bring somebody else's cover album. So I decided to bring an album, knowing Hot Apollo and Jaymes here. I'm like, I'm going to bring a highly sexualized, and I mean, like, polysexualized album. One of my favorite stars, who is just doing covers of of songs that he can rock, and he's one of my, as all you know, he's one of my favorite fucking artists of all time in the last year. It's probably like the fucking fourth or fifth album of his I brought, but this is a little different. I had to bring Lord of the Lost, Weapons of Mass Seduction album. When I first heard this album, like, it blew me away because I love Lord of the Lost, and this is like one of the last one of the last 5-6 albums he did, and I fucking had to bring this album because it's like he blows me away with his original tracks because he's been around for like 20 years now, so he has done so many. Fuck is that?
That's Kyle.
Nice. Cool cover.
But like he's done so many original albums that it's fucking like he's amazing in his original shit, but him doing covers makes the covers better in my opinion in a lot of cases, especially since I don't like a lot of the original artists. So I had to bring Lord of the Lost because I figured Jaymes would dig him, especially like because Chris Harms, the lead singer for Lord of the Lost, is completely bisexual at the minimum, if not some other sexuality I never heard of. Knowing him, I wouldn't be surprised. And
represent.
He may be fucking, I don't know. He's fucking all out there. I know CJ loves him to some degree, so I'm like, you know what? I think
I respect him a lot. Yeah.
I'm like I feel like both CJ and Jaymes will fucking love this album, especially because I think Jaymes will know a lot of the tracks he's covering. So I had to bring Weapons of Mass Seduction because it's one of my favorite albums he's done. I only brought the 2 album version. There's a 3 disc version of this he did, and the 3rd disc is a lot of fucking amazing tracks on it. But I didn't want to make people listen to it like a 2 hour plus album. So I was like, fuck it, I'll bring the shorter edition. But if you ever get a chance, go check out the 3rd album that he did, the 3rd disc he did this album. It's fucking incredible. A lot more covers that are amazing. But these 2 discs have enough, and I wasn't gonna fucking torture people. So, I mean, that's why I brought this album. I fucking love Chris Harms. He's one of my favorite music artists nowadays, for the last year especially. But nowadays, he's like, I will worship this man. Jaymes, what'd you think of Lord of the Lost?
I dug it. First thing I want to say though is that the name of the album, Weapons of Mass Seduction. Remember how I said when I was like 14, 15, I was a big fan of Kiss? 13, 14. That was around the time I started to like join my friends' bands, and the name of our band for a while was Weapons of Mass Seduction. So I think it's funny that that's also the name of this album.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was the first thing that stuck out to me. But yeah, it was kind of fun. I didn't recognize all the songs that were being covered. I was like pretty sure it was the covers album though, because I recognized enough of them. But I like what he did with them. Like he put his own spot on them, and yeah, you're right. He improved them in some ways too.
He
And I'm
definitely.
a fan of the original, a lot of the originals, by the way.
I I will say nobody covers David Bowie or Lady Gaga quite like Lord of the Lost. Nobody.
This is true.
Like his voice. I mean, I swear to God, I'm the straightest man on earth. Like I really am. But like his voice will get you fucking hard. Like in my opinion. Like it's so magical and fucking deep sounding. Like it's just that pure German goth voice. Like and as a German, I fucking love that. So, but CJ, I know we've talked about Lord of the Lost 1,000 times before, but have you heard this album?
I have heard this record. I like Lord of the Lost. I am a massive, massive fan of cover songs, if done correctly. I am not a big fan of the songs he chose for this record. There's a couple that I do like, but for the most part, most of these songs I didn't like them by the original artist, and I don't want to hear cover versions of them. So,
I
for the
think he's
most part,
I, I think he saved a lot of these songs from the original artist.
I mean, that's a really low bar, dude. I mean, you're talking about Lady Gaga and Sia.
Hey, I will defend Lady Gaga. She is the fucking female Marilyn Manson, and I fucking love her.
Anyways, there's
I like that take on Lady Gaga, by the way. I'm siding with you on this one.
there's like I said, there's songs on here that or I'm cool with, and there's other ones that I'm just kind of like, eh. I didn't matter whether I heard them again. So, yeah.
I mean,
It's not as bad as say the last couple originals he's done, Volume 1 and 2. It's better than that. Not as good as Volume 3 of Noir, which I thought is what you would bring.
I was going to, but I thought that Jaymes would appreciate this one more than the Volume 3 of his new shit. So,
yeah. So I mean,
but
I'm about 60% on this one. I mean, if I had to score it out of 100.
I've been waiting to bring this album for a while, actually, because I haven't brought a cover album on the show since I brought Northern Kings like a fucking 2 years ago. which I love Northern Kings. They're one of the greatest cover bands I've ever heard in my life. Like their Kiss Morose is better than Seals in my opinion, but that's me. I fucking love Northern Kings. Like, but Lord of the Lost doing covers to me is orgasmic in a way. because he takes all these songs by fucking artists I can't stand and he makes them like listenable. Like this isn't in my list even, but Unstoppable. I I want to say it's a Beyonce song. I can't fucking tell you who really does it because I don't fucking like that type of music. I know the song because it's been enough shit, but he does that song so fucking unbelievable. Like it's just fucking like I would listen to him sing that song all day. But I had it. I'll get through this fast. But I had 4 honorable mentions for this fucking album because it's two discs. It's fucking an hour or something minutes long. It's fucking a huge album, and so many good songs. But my honorable mentions are "I Just Died in Your Arms," which is a Cutting Crew song originally, apparently, obviously, but I think he does a very good job with it. It's kind of close to Cutting Crew's version, I think, so that's why it's like the last honorable mention I did. I just like the way he sings it. Somewhere Only We Know. I don't know who sings that originally. I honestly couldn't tell you, but I fucking love that his version of that. Like it's fucking mystical and dark sounding. Maybe his voice, but a lot of things he does sound dark. Uh, my next one I mention was Shock to the System. I want to say that was Shock to the System a Michael Jackson song?
Billy Idol,
AJ?
dude.
Billy Idol.
Oh, right.
That is, I've never heard anyone who fused Billy Idol and Michael Jackson before, though. That's interesting.
I'm not because there
I
was a
guess
Michael
honestly, I think Michael Jackson does have a song like that. You're right. It's just like I feel like they're not often
there.
talked about in the same breath.
Now, well, no, because Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson did a song called Shock, so I get the two confused once in a while.
Fair.
But and actually ICP did a cover of that song. It's amazing. But getting back to the point, Shock to the System. I love Billy Idol covers. Drowning Pool did one like back in the mid 2000s. That was fucking incredible. But Shock to the System, I love the video for it that Lord of the Lost did, and I love Lord of the Lost version of it. He has that voice where he can match Billy Idol like word for word. And then my last honorable mention was Turbo Lover, because I mean, for him to do a fucking Judas Priest song and to do it better than Judas Priest, in my opinion, like, come on now. Like he did better than Judas Priest. Like, I can believe he's a Turbo Lover. I can't believe that fucking lead singer Judas Priest is a Turbo Lover. Like, no. But my number 5 is it's a fucking Bowie song, but the most radical thing to do. Like, I love the way he fucking sings that, and he's so and Chris is so open about his sexuality. Like, I fucking love the way he sings that song, and you can tell like he like is just fully out there. It's like I can sleep with every guy and girl. Like he's just like, yeah, he's like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want, and you're not gonna think shit of it. Like it's an amazing song. And as I said earlier, nobody can sing Lady Gaga besides Lady Gaga except for Chris Harms. And his version of Bad Romance is my number 4. I love his version of Bad Romance. I like the original version. I mean, I I got into Lady Gaga because of Glee originally. I'm a Gleek, so I got into Lady Gaga because of Glee, and like Bad Romance. I fucking love that song, but he does it so fucking well. And then my number 3, I don't know who does this song originally. I can't think of it. I want to say Sabbath, but I could be wrong. But my number 3 is Children of the Damned. Is that Sabbath, CJ, or
Iron Maiden.
okay, close enough. Uh, two very similar bands, but okay, that makes even more sense because that makes sense why I love it. Because I love Iron Maiden. I brought Iron Maiden on the show before, for fuck's sake. Children of the Damned. He does that song. I know the original. I couldn't remember who sang it, but I knew the original. It's done. He does that song so fucking well, especially when he gets to like the fucking chorus and he fucking starts belting that shit out. Like it's just fucking Chris can do metal, and Children of the Damned is pure metal to begin with. My number 2 is another Lady Gaga song I didn't know before he did it, and then I went back and checked out the original. I was like, holy shit, Chris does it better than Lady Gaga does, and that's Judas. I mean, I kind of figured it was a Lady Gaga song first time I heard it because I'm like, the way he sings it, it's like like the chorus. I'm like, that's so Lady Gaga song the way the chorus is saying. But Judas is such a fucking amazing song, and I love the way he does it. And then my number one, I first heard on Blood and Glitter Deluxe Edition, and I fucking fell in love with it. I love Roxette. Don't get me wrong; it's coming up in the '80s new wave bracket we're doing. I love Roxette, but the way he does the look with Blumchin is fucking such a good song. That's my number one. The way he does the look is so fucking amazing. It was right after Eurovision, so he's in the video. He has the long like blue ponytail for it, like it's just which you should love, Jaymes. He has a long dyed blue ponytail for that song, and it's just fucking incredible. Like if you watch him do commentary in that video, he's just like, "Oh yeah, there's after Eurovision. My hair was still fucking like all blue, so I just waited for this song." Like it's, I love the way him and Blue.
This guy was in Eurovision?
Yeah, Lord of the Lost. He
Yeah.
was in Eurovision. He took last place because Eurovision's fucked.
Oh,
But
awesome. And you know this guy?
what?
You know this guy personally?
No.
I fucking wish.
Okay.
No. He's
I wasn't sure if he was like another like buddy of yours. Okay, that's cool though.
Dude, I fucking wish that if I had to make a wish thing, that'd be my thing to do is to meet him and have him perform for me. But no, like Lord, like he's my fucking idol at this point. But no,
Dig.
I wish I knew him personally, but he lives in Europe and he fucking stays in Europe. He just came to the U.S. He's came to the U.S. for the first time to do a tour like last year or like earlier this year. So I love him. I would love to meet him. Don't get me wrong. But if he wants to come to the show, Chris Harms, if you ever hear this by any chance in the world, since Public Enemy just fucking comments on one of my fucking YouTube.
That was cool.
Oh yeah, bring him on.
I
Start a
mean,
petition. We'll have a reunion. We can tell him in person what we think about his awesome album.
oh, dude, if I got Chris on this show, it would be a fucking 5-hour show because I would literally be sucking his dick metaphorically. So, yeah. Like that's what it would be a 5-hour show because I'd be fucking like sitting here fanboying over everything he's ever done. But yeah, my number one was the look. Ever since I saw the video after listening to Blood and Glitter for the first time when I wrote on the show, I fucking love that song. Like the way he does it is so much better than Roxette. I don't care what anybody says. He's better than Roxette with that song. But Jaymes, what were your top songs for Lord of the Lost?
So I think we had two overlaps. Shock to the System was my first one, and it was a strong opener to the album. And I'm a Billy Idol fan. My friend actually brought me to see him in concert when he was in Toronto last year, and that was a ton of fun. Dude still brings the energy, you know, and I respect the hell out of that. He's never lost it, and he's still making new music, and his new music is still super cool. And I feel Lord did like a fitting tribute to Billy Idol as he did with all these artists. Turbo Lover is definitely one of my absolute favorite Judas Priest songs. It's actually a contender for like absolute like crowner of all time. One of the things I like about Judas Priest, apart from like their sheer musicality, is like Rob Ayers Halford like was gay as hell in a time when that was a fair bit less accepted than it is now. And he did not hide it. The whole look of Judas Priest was heavily like based in like gay club culture. And when he wasn't singing about like songs about like demons and like the legions of hell, he was singing about all the like filthy things he was going to do to your uncle. Some of them in the same song as the songs about demons from hell, you know? And I thought, and like Turbo Lover is like peak example of that, you know? That is like one of the gayest songs of all time, and it's such a banger. It was already one of my favorite songs, and Lord of the Lost did an awesome job of keeping that vibe intact.
I gotta say, well, one, Chris Harms loves leather too, but it cracks me up. It cracks me up that nobody knew that like Robert Halford was gay for the longest time.
They knew. The only people who didn't know were the ones who didn't want to know because they were.
No. People
dude, look, I had a friend in high school. I would never forget when Rob came out. Okay, my friend threw an absolute
bitch fit. Yeah, bitch fit.
I can't believe he's fuck. Blah, 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 blah. I can't believe Rob Halford is gay.
Yeah, that's my point.
Wait,
Those people.
you can't believe he's gay. What part of Rob Halford did you miss was gay? What do you mean? The leather chaps, the bite, the hair. Dude, he's the metal version of the Village People.
Yes.
My friend was like, no, he's not. You need to quit talking like that. And I'm like, bro, you just didn't want to see it, okay? Those of us that have been watching Elton John, Freddie Mercury, David Bowie, and so many other amazing rock stars who didn't give a shit whether they were gay or not. If you looked at Rob Halford and didn't see Rob Halford being gay, you were just blind, okay?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Willfully blind.
Okay. I mean, he was the metal version of the Village People. Okay.
You know what? You know what sticks out to me? I think it was one of the Kevin Smith movies, Chasing Amy. There's this like guy asking a question in the audience, or no, I don't think it was in the movie. I think it was something Kevin Smith just said. Anyway, someone asked Kevin Smith. He got mad at Kevin Smith because he was like, "Hey, Kevin, like I really identified with your character Brody, and he was like watching myself on screen, and you made him gay. So if he's gay, what does that say about me?" And like Kevin Smith was like, "Well, that's something you need to unpack for yourself." But the audience guy was like, he was offended that like he's like cinematic idol was like gay, right? And I feel like a lot of people had that with Rob Halford, and a lot of it crops up where people are like they don't want to see that someone could be different from them because they like that person so much that it affects how they see themselves. And it's fragile and it's something that needs to be processed. But yeah, I think a lot of people didn't want to believe Rob Halford was gay because they loved Judas Priest so much, but they didn't love homosexuality. And the easy solution is just stop having a problem with homosexuality.
Exactly.
You know, like why worry about it?
Why do you think Judas Priest did a song called "Living After Midnight"? Because that's when you can go out and be openly gay without people worrying about it.
Actually, dude, that's so funny because the name of a band, Hot Apollo, comes from a poem about that exact thing. It's The Shrouded Stranger from like the 50s. Yeah, my friend Hart Needles turned me onto it and came up with the band name. But yeah, that's where it comes from. It comes from like that, like those rare moments where, less and less in time, you were allowed to be fully yourself as a queer person without, being thrown in jail or getting beat up, you know?
Exactly. So, I believe you're number 3 there, Jaymes.
Yes. Yeah, The Look, I honestly like actually The Look was one of the songs that I'd heard before, but I'd never like turned on myself. So as soon as I finished the Lord version, I went to Spotify and saved the original too. Because I'm like, oh yeah, this song is actually really good in both versions. So thank you to Lord of Lost for turning me on to some stuff that I otherwise would not have remembered to listen to.
Roxette had a few hits in the 80s, and she's fucking incredible. But,
yeah, I had never heard of them, but yeah, it's super cool. As with Ordinary Town, that was kind of one-two punch of like, oh, turning me on to some stuff I wasn't really aware of.
What's
and,
that? Did you look up who the original is? I don't know who the original is on that one.
I don't remember, but I like the song, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna listen to the original version too.
Do you know TJ or Ordinary Town?
Oh, you mean Small Town?
Ordinary Town.
Oh, that's Celebrate the Sun. They're sort of a weird German band, which is fitting that.
Yeah,
Chris is German, so yeah.
They're a band that never really got big outside of Germany. They're a side project of the guys from Die Totenhosen.
Okay, I know that.
So, but it's more of a dance thing as opposed to like funk stuff that Die Totenhosen does.
See, there's at least one or two in the first 2 discs of this album that are from the play Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Well, there's one.
Big in the Box, yes.
German stuff. Amy McDonald is very German. Zella Day is German. Celebrate the Nun. Carisia was a group that he was actually in Eurovision with, and he did their song in Finnish. So that was kind of.
I was gonna say, if you listen to the 3rd album, he did a couple more songs from Hedwig and the Angry Inch, and like I mean,
Oh,
that
really? Because I'm not a big fan of Wig in the Box, but I love Tear Me Down and Angry Inch too. And so does he do either of those? Because those are like my favorite songs on that
I,
on the
I
original.
never I never have actually seen Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Like I've always wanted to because like of him doing the songs and other artists I like doing the songs. But
Crazy movie.
There's a cover album. There's a cover album of
it,
all Hedwig songs that
isn't it?
I dig. Stephen
Isn't
Colbert does this monologue of the bit in Tear Me Down, where like it's the difference between a bridge and a wall. You know, that part where it's like
isn't isn't
a
Hedwig and
great
the
wall was
Angry
erected between the city of Berlin.
if I'm not mistaken because I don't know much about it, but Hedwig and the Angry Inch is very LGQBTA
Oh, very
positive. Right? Yeah. Okay.
extremely yes.
Okay. I thought so.
It's what they now call force femme.
Yeah.
That's
And
another one gotcha.
originally, the idea of the main character was actually supposed to be played by David Bowie.
What?
I
Yeah,
can see
David
that.
Bowie was actually supposed to play Hedwig at some point.
I thought it was always supposed to be like because the guy who wrote it plays the guy. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I think he wanted Bowie to be in it or play the character or something, but Bowie ended up getting like the cancer and all that and couldn't do it. Or it might not have been the main character; it might have been his dad or something. But David Bowie was supposed to be like a large part of
Oh wow.
the movie, but he ended up being too sick.
If you want a fucking gay icon, that's who you go with. I mean, Bowie is fucking incredible. Like I fucking love Bowie.
Bowie was Bowie, man.
I mean, his codpiece in Labyrinth should be its own fucking character. I swear to God.
Some of those guys transcended.
David.
You know, Freddie.
Yep.
Freddie was Freddie. You know,
Freddie Mercury, David Bowie, Michael Jackson. They all transcended like who they were as humans.
You know,
Elton too.
You know, even by today's standards, Adam Lambert has sort of transcended.
It's funny because I've been putting together a Spotify Queen bracket for the Asylum, and after we finish the wrestling theme song bracket, and a lot of songs in that have Adam Lambert on them because of him like covering Freddie Mercury, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this.
You know what? I wanted to dislike Adam at first because I don't like what they did with him on American Idol. But once he got away from American Idol, especially on the second record, he really showed how truly talented he is.
But what?
I love his covers too, though. His like kind of rock and roll covers. Like I love some Adam too.
What band is he from originally? I've been trying to fucking blank on that lately.
He was a solo artist.
No, wasn't he part of a band? Like a big band?
Are you thinking of Adam Levine?
No.
You might be thinking of Adam Levine.
Yeah, because Adam
he's kind of like the skinnier Adam Lambert.
He ended up on American Idol, and then he did some solo stuff, and then Queen chose him to replace Freddie.
Yeah.
Oh, that I didn't know, or I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, I know he was touring with Queen for a while, like to replace Freddie, but
still is.
I mean, yeah, I mean they do like their, because you know they want to make money, but I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, to me, replacing Freddie is like we're trying to replace like a star. You can't replace one star.
See, that's the thing. Adam's not trying to. That's where he's smart. He sings like Freddie, but he's bringing that spirit of Freddie, but he's also very much doing his own thing. And that's where it's smart. Like he didn't try to replace him.
Well,
Freddie,
CJ,
you know.
all I can tell you is I got a 264 song Queen bracket. Eventually, we're gonna do an Asylum. I'd love that. I'd love if you joined us.
I got
hell yeah.
I love Queen. Queen is probably my third favorite band.
It's got a lot of lives on it, but I cut down as much as I could from 500.
Okay.
But Jaymes, I think you had one song left, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so I tried not to like let my fondness for like my original songs like color my list. I tried to like just like kind of take these songs as they are as much as possible. I had made it like, you know, there's an exception for the first two, but after that I kind of wanted to do songs I wasn't as familiar with. So that's why the last one I chose was Cha Cha Cha, because it just like the energy of that song, he just brings it. I don't know what the original was supposed to sound like, but what he did with this one, it just like stood on its own legs, and so I'm a big fan of that. So I'm rounding it out with Cha Cha Cha.
Yeah, that's the other one that was in Eurovision.
It's a Bruno
That
Mars
makes
song.
sense.
It's a Bruno Mars song originally.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Uh,
sense.
well, I mean,
It's a Karaja. It's a Karaja song. It was
oh,
in Eurovision.
I was gonna say
The same year.
there's a Bruno Mars song called Cha 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 too.
This is a.
I'm sure there are a lot of songs called that. To be fair,
Mm.
Stretch Real
See,
Smooth would be another
I
one.
I get confused because I always think his song Cha Cha
Cha Cha
Cha is like
Slide, I mean.
I always thought his song Cha 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 was like he did another song called La Bamba, and I always get the two confused because like
That's a good song.
in La Bamba, it's him doing it, singing it in like a middle of a mall, and like there's all these like girls and guys that are coming and like stripping in the middle of the song, like trying to get like basically an audition,
Cool.
and it's fucking like it's like I'm watching it like, ooh, these are some hot chicks stripping, and then like in the middle of the video, like a guy comes out in like a fucking robe and like after he gets done like dancing, he takes it off his robe, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like I did not see that. Like nothing against that, but I didn't see that coming. Like it's just like it took me out of nowhere. I was like, holy fuck! Like I love Chris. He's biased. He's biased fuck. But I mean, he goes out in some of his videos. He wears fucking like a one piece that's like full ass out everything. Like Chris is biased shit. But I mean, he's fucking incredible. I ain't gonna fucking hate on him for anything. But CJ, what were your top songs for Lord of the Lost?
So let me bring my list up here. So the last two songs on this two immediately stood out to me because I'm a huge fan of the 80s new wave-ish type stuff. So immediately upon seeing Pet Shop Boys and Duran Duran, I was kind of like, okay, those are songs that are musically, perfect for him and what he does. The Roxette cover, you got to look, did a decent job with that one.
Plum Chen, who I actually listened to all her shit like after this, and she's incredible. But her lyric, her fucking singing on this is incredible.
Roxette is still together. The Marie died of breast cancer, but Pierre carried on after a few years. He's got a new woman he sings with, and she's really awesome. So they're not the spirit of Roxette again. Let me see the
wait a minute. What Duran Duran song did he do?
Ordinary World.
Ordinary? You mean Ordinary Town?
Ordinary World.
I didn't see that on the fucking list even.
CD2. It's the last song on CD2.
Oh, okay.
It's a Sin by Pet Shop Boys is one of them. What was the other one? Small Town Boy by Brodsky Beat.
Big fan of that song.
That's, I'm a huge fan of Brodsky Beat. But I love that he did an Ultravox cover, and I love that he did one that wasn't one of the normal ones. Because Ultravox is one of them bands that people beat to death with covers, and it's always the same two.
What's that? I was say, what's the two songs they're known for? Because I know them, I can't think of the song.
The two songs, I can't even think. Hold on.
I'm blanking. Where the fuck's my lighter? Oh,
the two main songs are Vienna and Dance with Tears in My Eyes are the two main songs. Vienna is the main one that people will.
Dancing with Tears in My Eyes was on the last part of the 80s new wave bracket.
And Vienna is the other one that people will cover over and over again.
Dancing with Tears in My Eyes is an amazing Advantageous song.
So hearing them do Him by Ultravox was kind of cool.
I love that song.
So those are the main songs that the Hedwig song is cool. It's one of the movies that you kind of have to, how do I want to put this? You kind of have to have an open mind and a sense of humor for it. I think a lot of people that I've heard that dislike the movie went into it closed-minded and didn't really give it a chance, it's one of the movies that it's you know it wasn't
Well,
designed to win awards or anything or win Oscars. It was just storytelling, and it's very good at what it does. But
I,
if you're one of these people that are closed-minded and can't see past the end of your nose, then yeah, you're going to dislike it and have your own personal issues with it.
mm,
A lot of the same complaints that I've heard about Hedwig, you hear about Tu Wong Fu and movies like that. It's just
what's that movie? Desert Queen. What the fuck's it called?
yeah,
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
yeah,
I fucking love.
same thing.
My
That's
friend,
another movie people will pick about, but
my friend Dre from Masturbators made me watch that movie, and I fucking loved it.
yeah. But that's the thing. If you watch the movies with an open mind for what they are, they're great movies.
I'm straight as could be, but I have always
open-minded. That's the thing.
I love gay culture. I love gay culture. Like, to me, I love musicals my whole life. So to me, gay culture is basically secondhand. Like,
and to be fair, so much mainstream straight culture comes from gay culture anyway. Like, it's not like silent off. Like, we're all like people in the world making art, making culture.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people will just turn it off because it's like, oh, that's too guy. Like,
and yet, lots of homophobes like Judas Priest, and they're in denial, but they like it.
Know, yeah.
Judas Priest is also gay culture.
I'll tell you 2 movies I just saw recently that I laughed my ass off at. It's the 2 Hurricane Bianca movies. I laughed my ass. Oh, dude, it's
I never heard of them, but
I can't. It's God damn it, I can't think of her name.
What are they, lesbian movies?
No, they're
drag queens.
Drag queens.
Yeah, okay. Drag queens.
Yeah.
I got nothing against drag queens. I mean, I don't think they should be teaching them. I
don't think that's hilarious, dude. It's like it's almost like a gay Jay and Silent Bob.
I mean, I got nothing.
I mean, more gay. That's pretty gay already.
I got nothing. I mean, Jay and Silent Bob have their own gay porn for fuck's sake. But
that makes sense.
I mean, I don't think drag queens should be teaching them. Should be teaching shit in elementary schools. But I have nothing against them.
I mean, listen, you say that, but like they're. I mean, I don't know if you mean like I mean, maybe coming to like school like every day in full drag is like debatable, but like there's this whole tradition in England, and my dad's English, so I was kind of exposed to a lot of it. Like pantomimes, they're like comedic plays, like designed. You take your kids there on Christmas, and the main characters are men playing women in full drag. They look like drag queens.
The way the English do it is a little different, but I mean, it's classic.
There's nothing inherently like sexual about like doing like a full on like midnight drag performance in front of kids. No, probably not the vibe, but just like there's nothing inherently like deviant about drag. Drag, it's theater,
I am just a strong proponent of that. Kids shouldn't be talking about sexuality until they're teenagers.
I don't know, man, because I mean, I remember even when I was a kid, like my mom and her best friend had kids around the same time, and like even when I was like a baby, they were like, "Oh my God, our kids are going to get married to each other." Like people are taught about sexuality from like the jump. It's just like there's not a huge difference between.
I say shit about that about my kids. That's different, but like I just don't think. I mean, it's a difference. There's a slight difference in how you present shit to kids, and
I mean,
I don't want
you present whatever you're going to present, like in a safe manner. But there's nothing inherently sexual about like wearing a dress or makeup.
I wouldn't want my 12-year-old son like to see that and to think that he could walk around in a dress. Like that would be strange to me. It would be strange.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with wearing a dress, even if you're not gay or trans or anything. Women can wear like trousers, and they didn't used to be able to. I think there's still a part of maybe the society that thinks there's something embarrassing about being a woman. And that's why it's fine for a woman to wear men's clothes, but when a man puts on women's clothes, it's seen as weird.
I mean, I get it. 100% get it. It's just it's the social stigmatism to me more than anything.
Yeah, and I think we need to dissolve that because I mean, dude, I'm sure like when I don't know how old you are, but maybe not when you were born, but when your dad was born, like it was seen as weird for like a man to have an earring, and now like everyone has
I
one.
mean,
You know?
not. I mean, not my dad's age. I mean, I'm almost 40. My dad had me when he
Yeah.
was 29. My dad had me when he was 29. So
So I'm
my
saying when
dad,
your dad was born, your dad was born like the '60s, I assume, right? The '50s.
59. Yeah.
Yeah. So when your dad was born, like generally men did not have earrings unless they were weird, you know. And now like everyone has them. Like my banker has an earring, you know. My like like my
I
middle aged
I
banker.
I I get
So
it,
I
but
think I think society's
I mean, my
progressing,
my son's 12. If he saw a drag queen, he wouldn't want to immediately like go put on a dress. I
and
don't
that's
think so.
fine. Yeah, and,
But
and I'm sure your
I
kids.
don't I don't think so at least. But I
Let me
mean,
put it
Yeah,
this way. I have two sons who are mechanics, one who is a forklift operator. They're big like me. I have one son who's 14, and then I have a daughter. She's 5'1", about 110 pounds. She is a lesbian and has the most awesome wife, mate, whatever you want to call, and they're fucking Marines. So the 5'1" mini me is a fucking Marine, and all the 6'2" ones have gone nowhere near the military and are half as tough as Caitlin is. So,
badass.
you
I
know,
mean, it
it's
is what it is. I
it
mean,
is like
I
I tell
I
Caitlin all the time, you know what, you do you. You are happy. It
I
is not my business
I
to
mean,
tell you what to
I
do.
mean, I mean,
Keep parenting, dude.
I
Sincerely, love
I
that.
mean, I'll say it straight out. Like, I have no problem with my kids. My kids came to me tomorrow and said, "I'm gay. I like the same gender." I would never think anything different of them. I wouldn't kick them out of my house. I wouldn't think anything fucking of it. I'd be like, cool. If my daughters did it, I'd be like, fucking thank you. You saved me a lifetime of drama. But
It's
but
it just is what it is, dude. I mean, in today's society,
it is. But I'm
all
old
you
school.
can do
I'm
as a
old school.
parent,
I'm old school when it comes to my son, and I still say to him like I still say to him sometimes like I straight up will say like you're acting gay. Like it's put into me from years and years of
but
conditioning.
well, it
But
was with me too. But I'm gonna tell you,
I
dude.
mean, at the end of the day, if he's 20 years old and he comes home with a boyfriend and says, "This is my boyfriend," I'm not gonna hate him for it. I'm not gonna have any kind of animosity towards him for it. It's gonna be okay. You're old enough now to make this choice. I'm not gonna fucking come down to you for it.
I'm
But like you do you do you. But
I was raised that way in a household that was
well,
very
oh,
anti everything. But
I
you
mean,
you
well,
hit a point as a parent, bro, where
you got 20 years of me. It's
I mean, I'm
different
just
time.
saying, I hit a point where my children's safety and well being was far more important than
Oh,
any prejudice or anything I could hold. So now I've hit a point where I'm like, if they're happy, it's not
I
my place
I
to tell
I
them
mean
anything. I just,
that's the way I would be.
you know,
I mean, even if my
and
son was sick, even if my son's in high school, he comes home with a guy like I'm and says that's my boyfriend. I'm not gonna hate him for it. I'm not gonna have
yeah,
any animosity. Like it is what it is. I
Yeah,
can't control. I'm not gonna control you. Like you
as
can
long as he
love
finds a good guy, you want your kids to be happy, and like find someone who
exactly
who
as
supports them.
as
I,
long as
I
they're
just want mine to be happy.
as long as their partner's a good person and they're not gonna hurt them in any way. I have no problem with who their partner is.
So
Like it's, I mean,
Exactly.
if my daughters do it, then I'm fucking gonna be jumping through the roof like with joy. But just because I am a straight man, and straight men are fucking assholes, and I don't want my daughters to go through that. But I 100% feel that 100% every day of my life. But CJ, did you finish your top songs or like I
yeah,
interrupted you?
the Bronsky beat Ultravox, Rock Set,
Oh
and then Pet Shop Boys and Duran
well,
Duran.
I just want to say for anybody who wants to go check out the third disc of this album, he
Yeah,
did he did Starman. He did
that's
Girl.
actually the best disc of the three.
He,
The third one.
he did Girl. You'll be a woman soon. He did I have too much to dream last night. Um, and my favorite song actually off the third album, is "Turn, Turn, Turn" to Everything There Was a Season.
Yeah.
He did a cover of that. He did a cover of In the Year. He did another Bowie cover with In the Year 2020, 25, 25.
That wasn't
And
Bowie. That was someone
I
else. I know that song though. It's a good song.
oh wait no that was fuck. Somebody
That
brought
was
that album.
some less famous band that are good, but like they didn't have like a ton of like huge hits.
Yeah.
Some
Oh
like
that
60s like psych band.
they did that. Someone brought that fucking on the show, I think. Oh, Zagger and Evans.
I would not have guessed that in a million years. Good pull.
Yeah, and he did Perfect Day, which to me is an amazing cover by
Lou
him.
Reed?
Yeah,
It's a fun song to sway to.
yeah. Like
I had a perfect day.
Which with his gothic voice, that song is amazing.
Yeah.
But folks, if you in all the episodes I talked about him, if you haven't checked out Lord of the Lost yet, you're fucking missing out. Oh my god. My biggest regret in the last year is not seeing him live when I could have. Because I have a 1-year-old and it just wasn't feasible. But that's my biggest regret in the last year is not seeing him live. Like, oh my god. Like every reel I see him live, I fucking cringe at him. Like, god fucking damn, that could have been there. But I fucking love Chris. I'll bring on a solo record one day too when it fits. But
I got a cover record I'm bringing on now because
I want to hear that. But
it's speaking of the B-52s. I was thinking about it earlier. There's a band called Karma Doza, and they did an entire. They did it as the K-52s, and it's an entire record of B-52 covers done in almost like a Deftones.
Well,
Quarantine.
I'm so curious. Okay, I want you to send that to me too.
Yeah,
sounds interesting.
I mean, I would love to hear.
Amazing covers. It's like 14 of them.
I have ideas for you for covers, but I just had one in my head and I fucking lost it. But actually, I kind of want to hear you do a cover of Dancing Queen. But
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious, dude. It'd be fucking so funny. But
I love the song, but not exactly.
Me too. Exactly. I love that's my favorite Abba song.
No fucking idea how to even go about doing that. I mean,
but folks, we've been going an hour, almost 2 hours now, so I gotta fucking end this before my wife kills me and cuts off my nuts. But Jaymes, where can they find you? Where can they find Hot Apollo?
Look for Hot Apollo anywhere on the internet. You will find us. Our Instagram got hacked recently, so I'm still trying to figure out how to get that back. But we're on TikTok, YouTube, X, Blue Sky, even Facebook. Email hotapollo@rocketmail.com, and you can find our music videos on YouTube. And like the most complete version of our discography is currently Bandcamp and SoundCloud, but you can always look for us on Spotify, Apple, Deezer, whatever, and you'll find at least some of our stuff and more soon. So yeah, and you can reach out to me, tell me what you think of my music or anything else. Tell me what you think of the Runaways comic or whatever. I'm open to chat about anything. But yeah, HOT space APOLLO. That's Hot Apollo. That's my band. I'm Jaymes, and yeah, you can find us anywhere. I am everywhere.
Well, there you go, folks. Check out Hot Apollo. You won't be dissatisfied. I'll tell you that much. But CJ, where can they find you and your music?
I am everywhere on all streaming services. The website is musicgodcjplain PLAIN .rocks ROCKS.
Yo, that's my old website. Is also hotapollo.rocks. Like the original version of my website is still up, and the .rocks domain name does not get enough play. Hell yeah, .rocks.
But anywhere you want to find me, TikTok, Fachi Book, any of that type of stuff, it's either under CJ Plain or Music God CJ Plain. The YouTube channel is Music God Reacts. That's the music reactions that I do. I'm going to be kicking that off again real soon and doing more reactions. But just look up Music God CJ Plain. I mean, I've got it out there now to where it's branded pretty well. And
well, except on
I had one imitator that I kind of got rid of him. So
except on Instagram. On Instagram, it's Christopher Plain.
Because much like him, mine got jacked, and I couldn't get it back, so I had to restart over. So yes, you're right. On Instagram, it's under Christopher Plain.
Because I tag you in fucking everything, and it's always like I look up CJ Plain, and it's like, where the fuck is this? But
yeah, I some jerk off from somewhere. He was one of the crypto guys jacked it, and I tried to get it back, and they wanted way too much for me to prove it was mine, and I was kind of like, why the fuck would I want a thing called Music God CJ Plain if I wasn't fucking CJ Plain? Like, I could
And this should give you a chance to prove it. I couldn't even reach someone.
Like I could come up with much better shit if I wanted to steal one. Why would it be that one? I mean, it's not like I'm a fucking supermodel or anything. I'm trying to steal someone's pictures. I mean, shit, if I was going to catfish somebody with pictures, it sure as hell wouldn't be mine.
yeah. But folks, you can find both your musers on Facebook as Squatchy Largefoot, on X and the Gram as Edgeglow Bastard, and of course, YouTube. Best place to find us. YouTube, Maniacal Music Musings. Everything we ever done is there. I gotta go through it again apparently and make sure everything's public. I just realized that when I looked at Paulo's last episode that it was private. I'm like, what the fuck? But I gotta go through and make sure everything's public. But other than that, check out YouTube. Come back and we'll be back with a regular episode in 2 weeks for y'all. Though you listeners won't know the difference. But who we're having, I don't fucking know at this point. It's in my red calendar. But be sure to check out the bracket specials as well. Until next time, folks, musers out. And we want to thank Hop Hall for coming on because it's always a pleasure.
My pleasure too.